Welcome to Gamer World. Today we got another one on your boy Shia LaBeouf.
Who gives a fuck though? It's another experience.
Yeah.
Jail will be another adventure.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? That's cool.
Now you gotta understand, as much as this guy was like one of my heroes before, it really pains me to do this. I've seen Shia crashing out recently. And we gotta go over this. Now you gotta understand, I graduated in the early 2000s. As a person who came from that time, you gotta understand this guy's influence in Hollywood was huge. He had such potential, seemed like he was on the way to be in one of the biggest stars. I mean, he was already one of the biggest stars. We saw this man's come up from the Even Stevens all the way up to like real movies. I mean, shortly after I graduated, this guy was on top of the world. He was doing movies with the literal God himself, Keanu. He's one of those dudes where, like, I'm a black person myself. I grew up in the streets. I know what it's like to be a person who, I can understand he had a hard upbringing, like a hard, tough childhood, you know, street life, poor life, whatever you want to call it. I don't blame anybody from where they come from. I blame them for where they're currently at or where they're headed to. You know, what their trajectory is. As many times as he's had success and now he's doing good, married and all that, he is crashing out now again, probably worse than ever. This man was in one of the biggest blockbusters of all time and one of the coolest movies ever to drop during the summertime in those days, which was the Transformers franchise. Everybody says none of the Transformers movies are as good as the first one, the original, the classic. And just at that time, at that point where we were in the entertainment industry, Shia is the guy everybody would have wanted to see in a movie. Plus in this movie, we had the baddest of baddies as well. I mean, we all remember that. Who did not want to be this man at this time?
It looks like your distributor cap's a little loose.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
So of course, with all that going on and with all this hype, things haven't gone so well. I mean, we remember the patterns before with his crash outs. I mean, he always would like pull up on people in regular life, and that's something that's other celebrities have done before. Like we see Keanu on the bus, whatnot. But Shia, of course, has no fear of pulling up on people.
How you doing?
Couple of years after that, with the Trump elections and things getting a lot more political, we had the He Will Not Divide Us event where Shia was starting to do these like artistic exhibits, and one of them was this political thing. I'm not real clear on what the motivations were. The He Will Not Divide Us chant was going on, and we got to see Shia's bad side peek through a couple times. Later on, it was noticeable too that Shia was losing a lot of those big roles. I know they want you to maintain a certain public image, but the entertainment industry overall was starting to get a little more judgmental with people. I mean, things weren't going so hot for Megan Fox either. I think the next time I saw her, a couple years later, it was only like in the Ninja Turtles movie. And I mean, who really liked that movie? I mean, I fucked with the Ninja Turtles, but who watched that and enjoyed it? Comment this video. But Shia also seemed to be losing traction in Hollywood, as well as these crash outs were becoming like more common, and it was hard to tell, like, was this just emotional trauma? Was this kind of some drug abuse issue, addiction? Was it a drinking problem? Maybe all at the same time. So in general, I watch a lot of movies, I take in a lot of media. I like good film, I like good acting, and it was crazy to me to find out after John Bernthal's podcast that Shia was married to Mia Goth, who's like a huge actress right now, killing it in the game. Dude's just a lucky man, you know, and I know what it feels like, you know, having a lady like this in your life, like, not even to be corny. I've committed the crime to not appreciating that. Fucking up. I mean, we all fuck up sometimes. We all have crash outs, but this seems to be a recurring pattern. Now we got this week, Shia crashing out big time in New Orleans of all places. Like, if you could go anywhere and you had a bunch of money, why would anyone go to New Orleans?
You know, when you've been to New Orleans, the slow gets inside you and it sticks to your bone.
Like New Orleans molasses.
I grew up in New Orleans, and I've never heard of New Orleans molasses.
Now, I'm guessing a big part of that was because of Mardi Gras. But this, of course, for him led to another epic Shia fight crash out.
Labeouf now faces 3 battery charges. Police say the original Mardi Gras Day arrest stemmed after Labeouf was asked to leave. Initial reports say he hit 2 people and yelled homophobic slurs. A judge had ordered Labeouf back into custody last Thursday unless he posted bond. He later posted $100,000.
Now look, I'm not 100% judgmental on all this. I mean, being a street guy, I know you get me a little messed up and I might try some things. I'm not that crazy, but just say it. You gotta know how to contain yourself. And it doesn't look like in this situation, Shia was containing himself until somebody went ahead and contained him. Then the weirdest timing of all, he ends up on Channel 5 recently, and he gave this just slurry, messed up, drunk uncle type interview with Andrew Callahan on Channel 5.
It feels good right now, and I'm not hurting nobody. There's 2, 3 people I hurt, I'm gonna deal with that. God bless you guys, that's my fault. I'm gonna deal with you, on me. But that's 3.
Man, I gotta tell you, it was nothing but sympathy for the guy. Like, wow, man, you got a kid now, you got a family going on, life's getting more mature, and now it looks like you're in a worse spot than you've ever been. It literally got Andrew making all these subtle hints during the Channel 5 interview about getting help and the program, and it almost felt like the whole thing was focused on, you know, alcoholism and drug addictions. It's just sad. It's just sad. Shia was my boy.
You're my boy, Blue!
That was the guy to look up to. I mean, other than Paul Walker, I'm a car guy. You know, I'm into the action movies. I like to see people doing their thing. When Paul Walker passed, he was like my #1 hero. I mean, I still want me a GTR to this day. Who doesn't? But Shia was like the second one to be like, damn, you know, how did he get to this point after everything I've seen? You know, over the years, I've seen this guy go up and down. I have this huge blooming career to this weird downfall, and it's just crazy to see now that we're in another place in life. I mean, I'm only a couple of years younger than this guy, and I'm seeing like all types of gray hair. Like, I don't have just the strain and stress of life you see on like a homeless person's face or somebody who's really going through it, where you could just read it in their energy. And it's crazy. You never like to see somebody with so much energy and such a bright light, you know, kind of start to fade out. But life is teaching us all a lesson in time, isn't it, boys?
Right, Lord God. Right, Lord God. You feel that, Lord God? You understand that, Lord God?
All right, so I know there's a lot going on in the world right now. We are going to get to those updates, but this was just a quick update, letting you guys know what's going on with a big figure in Hollywood. Well, at least somebody who was a big figure to a lot of us. That's all we got for today. Gamer World TV, we are out.
Bye-bye, see you soon.
So long, gay boys.
A woman can't you see? Take our night. Please slide through the scope. Meet me in the back. Let's go. We can take our night. Don't stop, I'm pushing through.